Hello my dear friends, this is Cross Stitch with Luda. I'm visiting my friend and she's a stitcher. She wasn't a stitcher before, she became a stitcher. She was asking me to stitch her any design. She wanted to have something stitched and she was waiting for a while and she decided to start stitching by herself. This is Victoria by Dimensions kit. And I was surprised how small she is. And there are some beads here. She was using original beads from the kit. And look at her head. Such a pretty work. I know lots of people scared to stitch this design because of the ribbons, but as I've heard, it's not as difficult. Also, if you notice, her skin is a little bit darker, but in general, when you look at her from far, I find this nice, and I wouldn't change her skin tone. You can a little bit, but then maybe she will look pale. Now she's stitching this design. This is Mother's Joy by Dimensions. And this is this kit was out of print for a while, but they reprinted just for Russia, and you can purchase this kit in Ukraine sometimes. This is her start. This is an icon from the Gouverneur. As you remember, I've stitched the same picture, and I have very similar frame, just different color of the frame, have lighter one. But this is very nice work. Lots of single stitches and lots of metallic. I know people complain about this metallic because it's not good quality and it's hard to stitch, but you will find how to do that later. It's just a pretty work. Beautiful. This is another picture by Dimensions kit, not gold collection, just a regular one. I see that design stitched by many stitches, and it's I don't know how hard it was for her, but I've heard that regular collection is not as difficult as gold collection. And I love colors. I love Lazy Daisy here. Looks so pretty. She has two daughters, and this is a nice picture for their bedroom. Look at this wings. The color is such a pretty work. I like to stitch with a purple, with blue colors. I don't like yellow, like her hair has yellow and brown. It's not my favorite colors to stitch, but I like to see it work in these colors. And this is anti-glare glass. Stitch on Aida 14th, as I can see. There is some back stitch here, but not as much as in other work. This is Luca S. kit. I think it's Moldovan kits. I've seen this work unframed, now I see it framed. I was surprised how good she looks like. With the wings. Again, this is the best for the kids' room, if you have a daughter. Will make their bedroom pretty. All these details. I know some of you were asking me about Luca's kits. This is the result, and I know it's not as difficult as it seems to stitch, but I love the result. Our kids are eating and I'm making a video for you. This is another Luca's kit, another fairy, and this one I like the most, and I love because of the flowers. Also, she's playing violin. Such a pretty work. I want to show you closer so you can see the details. It's stitched either on either 14 or 16. I can't see from, I don't know, maybe it's 14s. There is back stitch, but it just make it better because you'll see picture clear. Look at her face. Such a sweet girl. And here is Sabrina. This is the last cross-stitch work of my friend I want to show you. You know this design very well. She is using original fabric, which was on a chart. She was following the key. Unfortunately, the size of the fabric is a little bit smaller, so you have to add another fabric to frame her very well, but it's not a big problem. She started to stitch her beads and she broke a needle. That's why she started new cross-stitch kit, because she was itching to stitch. But she'll continue beat her later, and I might will show you her framed when she's fully done. Look at this dress, it is big skirt. She was using 3DMC white color for her. I was thinking she will use more than 7, but she said she used only 3. I imagine how bored it was to stitch her dress, but it's worth it. And she's not small. Oh, there is a clock stitched by her as well with a bit. I don't know who is the designer, but looks fun, especially if you have kids. It's not working. Let me show you closer details. And also she's using hoops, and I was surprised you can't see the creases. I mean, not as much as in my gypsy, which I stitch on hoops as well. And before she was using Karen water lilies, she washed the work, and then she started using Karen, because after Karen you can't wash this design. Also after beads, I would not advise you to wash your design if you use beads. Sometimes the beads change the color. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video with all this works. Our kids are eating now. They're having fun. Okay, it's all for now, and bye bye. I hope you enjoyed first part of the video, and this is my second part where I'll be showing some whips. I forgot I did not show you another picture from my friend because it was on a wall, but maybe another time I go visit her and I will add to my video. So you see in front of you, you can see in front of you beginning of my dimensions kit called Finery of Nature. This is the whole kit will look like. It's really easy to stitch. I was telling you before that the horse and foal was the easiest kit, but this one even easier. I mean, it could not be easier. There is no other kit from Dimensions Gold Collection which is that level. But at the end I'll have to do lots of cording. lots of coaching, and I think that's why they mark this kit as a gold collection, because of the additional stitch. For those who doesn't like them, it will be a bit hard. So I started, and this is a result just a few days. I will show you closer. Of course, you can change it for linen or another fabric. I'm stitching on original fabric what was in the kit, and I'm planning to make a cushion or something for my house. I don't know. I first have to finish and then I will decide what I want to do, but I definitely don't want to make another picture, because sooner or later I won't have any walls left, and we don't have any pillows at home, like decorative pillows. We have simple ones, but we don't have something stitched. So I decided to give it a try. I want to show you closer so you will see all the stitches. And this is my small little orchid. I was watering my flowers this morning and she came off. So I was so upset that I did not look properly after her. And let me tell you quickly a story about this orchid. It was a gift for my sister, and it was a big orchid with two blooming branches, and she was blooming at least for a year. Or one branch or another was blooming, and it was like non-stop blooming orchid. And eventually, when she stopped blooming, she gave some leaves. You can say it's like small kids. And she was like blooming again after that. And this orchid was like very active for 3 years and a half. Then I was scared one day she will have a break and she will never give a flower. But I'm so lucky, and I'm gonna show you this orchid later at the end of the video. She is now a little bit older, and you can see she's not as bright. The flowers are not as bright as when they're younger. But I still love this orchid for those joy she gave to us. So let me show you this kit I'm stitching now. It's sunny now. And you can see I done some stitches. And this is 14 count of Ada. It's very easy to stitch, even it's on black, but the only thing you need, it's a good light. I really advise you to stitch this kit because you'll have so much fun. I love French knots. After my Oriental Splendor, I think this is my favorite stuff, like French knots. Some people don't like them, I love them. And I have another great news. I finally finished my Zilda. I finished stitching her, but I need to add some beads. The reason I'm not doing this right now, because we're gonna travel probably, and it's much easier when you, I think so, I've never tried before. I will tell you my experience to stitch some beads, because you don't need hoops, you don't need to carry additional stuff, just take some beads and needle and invisible thread. I'll see. I'll show you all my finished stitches now closer. I am happy I'm done with her. She was not that difficult at the end, but she took a really long time because I was busy with other stuff, also because we were moving, and I just adore her. And you can see her from far. Look at the skirt. She is super, super lovely. And I don't know, is it only with me? When I'm stitching Miravillas, I want to stitch them all. Then I'm gonna take a break and I want to stitch something else, so I don't get bored, or well, I never get bored really, but I want to have some excitement for myself. And when I'm coming back to Miravillas, I'm always super happy. And I can't explain to you I'm itching out to stitch a mermaid, but I wanna finish some stuff I have for May, and maybe I will be busy with mermaid as well. And also new memorabilia coming soon, so I hope deep inside that I would love her, but I would not start stitching her. But I know I'm just lying to myself. And let me show you her closer. And I think I will change camera because it's too bright and you won't see real colors. I hope I won't move my camera too fast and you will see all the stitches. This is Karen Water Lilies. It was boring to stitch her bottom of her skirt, of her dress, and also I did not like this part with the Karen, but the rest was good. And it's really hard for me to judge her because the fabric I was stitching on I did not really like, and I would like never stitch again on that count, on that Lugana. I think it's Lugana, yeah. But back stitch was super easy, and I enjoyed. I look now through the camera and my stitches are much bigger than they're on real life because camera makes it bigger probably. I don't add beads while I'm stitching because I'm using hoops. I don't have a frame. And also I enjoy my time when I beat her. You see in her hair over here, this is I'm fixing thread like that. Sometimes I don't want to turn the hoop. I recorded a video for you how to stitch face, and I made quite a long video, and I was explaining to you all the details, all the stuff you need to know if you are brand new to Mirabilia or you're just curious, you wanna look at her, how she was stitching step by step. I mean her skin. I will upload it maybe next week or at the end of this week. I will see, because we are traveling on Sunday and I don't know if I will have time, but she's super pretty. I'm so lucky I finished her. Another finished piece I have pansies from Dimensions Gold Nuggets, and now I have two similar kits completed. I can frame it. I think I will make 2 boxes and I will keep my not stitchy stuff, but I probably will keep some jewelry there. I have lots of not expensive ones, just they're big ones. My earrings, my necklace, all that stuff I want to keep. I think I will have a box, 2 boxes, but for now I'll wait, because if we have to move somewhere, or I just don't want to leave it here. But both of these kits have so much memory, where I stitch, hydrangea I stitch in New York City while Daniel was in a swimming pool, summertime, so much fun. Also at the park, in Central Park, this always will be there with this flower. Another kit, also we were traveling, we were going to Kiev many times. Where else? No, I finished it at home, but I remember 2 trips I was carrying this kit. And yeah, this is there are some memories here, and I like this kind of kits where I look at them and I remember what I was doing before while I was stitching it, of course. Okay, let me show you closer. I'll change camera as well because the sun is still so bright. I want you to be able to see how busy this flower is, and this kit is much easier. And but both of them, they're equal to me because I love all these flowers. Now I'm having them all done. I thought it will take me another year, but I finished it so fast. I first wanted to stitch pansies, but I don't know why I didn't stitch them first. I even took a picture and I posted on my Instagram pansies. I thought I will stitch them, but I did not. But anyway, this is a kit looks like. There are lots of threads left. And you see this mat, I probably will not use it. But I shall see. So this all threads were here in this kit. And this will be enough to stitch probably another one. But I would not stitch again, I have other stuff. And my last piece I'm stitching now, it's Midnight in the Garden from Sampler Cove. I reached the bottom part and I hope I will make some progress, at least till here. This is my plan for April. Also, I'm planning to have 2 finishes this month. Maybe I'll be lucky, but their projects are really small and they're half done, so it won't take much to finish them. And just enjoy my other projects. I don't want to make any other plans, just slowly, maybe Refinery of Nature I will have another part, or I will have more. I don't know how it will go, I don't know. So another kit I want to show you, this was a purchase a while ago, maybe a month ago. What I did not show you was keep forgetting, or my video was not about kits. And if you remember, at my mother's place was an Arabic woman, and this is a companion piece for her. I remember she was for sale long time ago, maybe 15 years ago, 12 years ago. I never liked her. I like more the one my mother have. But when I came to my mother's place and she told me how much she loves the picture, which I was thinking it's old, we need to refresh it, we need to put something new. And when my mother told me she really likes her, I look at her like, yeah, I like her too, I still like her. So I did not waste my time because she still looks good. And I remember it was a companion piece. I knew that it was another kit, and I saw on Instagram one lady stitched both of them, and another kit from Lanarte, and she had them all on her wall. And let me tell you, I immediately went on eBay. I was searching where I can purchase her, but she's extremely rare. She's even more rare than that Arabic woman. And I could not find her. I found one kit in Russia, but I was agreed that I will come to Ukraine, I will pay and I will get it. And the lady, she forgot, or I don't know. Anyway, I posted on my story in Instagram that I'm looking for this kit. And the same day, a lady told me that she's selling it on a local, we have like OLX, it's kind of like eBay. And I never purchased, I don't know how to explain. eBay, it's more protected, I think so, because you can pay through PayPal. Here, people not using PayPal on that website. You pay on private account. I was like really, not really, I was a little bit worried, but I knew everything will be okay. Just don't like to buy this way. But I want to take a risk because I really want this kit, and I kept myself like I even opened it because I want to see the fabric. It's printed fabric. It's not written. I don't know what kind of fabric it is. Cotton. You have to start from certain point. As you can see, it's printed. Here you see the mark, but I look at the chart, it's really easy to stitch, it's not difficult. Still, I'm waiting because I have lots of other projects. I don't want to start another one and stitch it once in a while. So one day I'll stitch her, maybe next year, for sure next year, because I want my mother to enjoy both of them. And it will be a surprise for her because she doesn't know. Maybe I told her I got the kit, but she probably forgot. And I want to surprise her and bring her framed work, and probably on her birthday. Maybe it will be a birthday present, I don't know. But that's it for today, and let me show you quickly my orchids. And thank you for watching me, subscribing me. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye. So this is my orchid paradise, and this is the orchid I was talking about. Before she was big, and I don't know, maybe it's her daughter blooming now. I really don't know, because oh my, I see she will have another one. Look,
where?
You see on top? It's her baby. Again, I told you she always, or she is blooming.
That's so cool.
I did not even notice. I watered her this morning.
Mommy, get a close up of that one.
Mm-hmm. So
the pattern.
I gave to my girlfriends all her babies, and I don't know how many of my girlfriends got her kids.
Show the picture.
Daniel, it's okay. I'm there like 20 years old. It's in Crimea, in Yalta.
And there's what they call those? Yeah.
Mountains. So there are lots of other orchids here. Yeah. Let me show you second part. It's hard to me to stand here, but some orchids, they will bloom more, and some of them they're finish blooming, but this is definitely a season for them to bloom. And let me show you violet. This is from my mother.
I can show it.
No, Daniel, I know you can show it. You can stand, no problem.
I can get a close-up. I can get a better close-up.
So my mother is a big fan of
flowers.
Of violets.
Yeah, and flowers. She has so much.
Yeah, she probably has like
over 30?
250 different kind of violets. Kinds. And I took this one because I really love. She's so unique.
Oh, let me get a close up of this one. And that looks like a dragon, actually. You see, that says horns and that says face.
Maybe she does look like a dragon, Daniel.
Yeah.
But she's blooming more than 2 months.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she's now changed her color. And
purple.
No, it's light purple. Before
it was purple, dark
bright.
Purple.
Yes, she was darker. This one is also interesting.
Mommy, light is like right now. Dark is dark.
Okay.
Oh, that looks like a like an old turtle face.
Mm-hmm.
See?
I see the new. Don't break yourself.
Wait, Mommy.
Mm.
In my class, they were talking about this flower.
Oh, this one is extremely not rare, but she's hardcore orchid. So I have her more than
to deal with.
She's like 15 years old, and I got her from a store. She did not bloom. I bought her like on sale.
Mommy?
This is a name.
Mommy?
Paphidium, something like that.
Mommy?
And she did not bloom like 13 years. I wanna like throw her away, because every single time I water her, some of these flowers, just my friend, she gave to me. That's why she wanna throw them away. I told her do not throw away because they're huge, and I'll take care of them, and I'll make them nice.
Can you show
Wait.
me the huge one?
Yes, I will. So, what's happened to this orchid? She did not bloom, and every time I was watering her, I was thinking I'm doing a useless job. And I even text one lady, ask her what to do with the orchid. She never showed me her flower, and she told me she probably I don't know how to explain to you that she start blooming when it's winter here, so she doesn't have enough lights. And she said sometimes when you want to push a flower to bloom, you put it in a dark room for 2 weeks, and then she will bloom. Yeah, you have to make a shop for her. And I tried to do that, but I only last 4 days. So while I was in the United States, my mother texted me and she said, your orchid is blooming. I can't believe. She said yes, and she sent me a picture. And you can see on Instagram, on my cross-stitch Instagram, there are stories where it's a file with the orchids, and she was blooming. And then she bloomed again in 6 months. So she bloomed twice now. The last time she bloomed, I was here, so in April, a year ago. And I saw her actually blooming. I was so happy.
You were 35.
Hmm?
So you were 35, right?
Right, Daniel. So let's
Oh,
finish
and,
our...
and we need to fix this one because, yeah.
Oh, this one, because no one takes care of flowers like
Yeah,
I do,
here,
you know?
Here, right here.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
This is how she grows. This is
tangled.
new
It's tangled.
branch.
They were talking about this flower at class, and they said it was huge.
Okay, Daniel, we have to say
Oh,
bye. I
show
don't want
them that one. I told you to show them.
this one. Oh, this one.
Huge.
It was small
Yeah.
plant when I was 14 years old. Now it's like taller than me.
Mommy, it is taller than you.
Yes.
Mommy, it was turning around all the time.
Yes, she does. I want to cut her here, and I want to place her in the ground again. This is our spare room, and this is a balcony just for flowers.
This is my room.
Yeah, this is supposed to be Daniel's room.
Yeah.
Okay, Daniel, we have to say bye-bye.
Bye.